Hey guys, how are ya? Just got back from Vegas and bachelor party. Won't talk about it, of course. It was a typical bachelor party. All right, let's talk about the rebirth of website design and web development. Not that it's dead, it's actually going to increase. That's the whole point. So, main takeaways, because I know some people are so busy they can't watch a 5-minute video. Main takeaway. Web design and web development will become even more important going forward. I'm going to give you my reasons why. Web designers and developers will make even more money. Increased demand means increased money. Small businesses will want to invest in their websites. So why will there be a resurgence in companies wanting to own their websites? First and foremost, social media risk. A few years ago, people were talking about, more than a few years ago, how why should you have a website? You just have a Facebook page or a YouTube channel, whatever. And people are now seeing the high profile shutdown of people's social media accounts. Now, I'm not here to debate whether these accounts should have been shut down or not. The point is that business owners, small business owners who value independence more than anything else, are seeing right in front of their eyes people having their social media accounts taken away or curtailed in a significant way. This is antithetical. This is the opposite of what a small business owner wants. They don't want to be controlled by one company, by a boss, right? So if you just have a Facebook page, that's it. Facebook is basically your boss. If they decide they want to put up a paywall, they want to start charging you to access your Facebook groups, who knows what they'll do. They've done it before, they've done that kind of stuff before, or they decide that your content is controversial or whatever, they don't agree with the type of products that you sell, they can shut you down and you're in a big, bad situation. It may never happen, and for a lot of companies, it may never happen, but business owners who are into managing risk, into diversifying their situation, meaning you don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? That old proverb, that old story where you have all your eggs in one basket and you drop the basket and you destroy all your eggs. They like to spread things around if they're smart, and so that if something goes bad, they have other options available to them. A little business tip for you, by the way. So a lot of business owners have seen recently these high-profile takedown of social media accounts. So they're saying, you know what? I think we better build up our own website because we better not be totally dependent on social media. So if they're going to build their own website, they're going to do one or two things. They're going to use a web builder, which still means they're probably going to need to hire people many times, or they're going to hire web design and web developers to build a custom site, whether it be from scratch or using a CMS, a content management system like WordPress or Drupal or whatever. Let me get into one of the things out there that people are concerned about is the web builders, which I've addressed before. Web builders, to me, are not competition. They are just tools. When WordPress first came out, people were saying, oh my, WordPress, it's going to ruin web design. People are not going to be web designers anymore. Didn't happen. It created this huge market for WordPress professionals who actually can be much higher paid than a typical web designer, because WordPress, for all its power, has a lot of problems as well. You need a guy who really knows, or a girl, you need a professional who really understands WordPress, how to properly use it, what plugins to use, how to implement the templates, themes, etc., 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 etc. So WordPress has created an opportunity for web professionals, web designers, web developers to a limited extent. Same thing with these web builders, whether it be Wix or Squarespace. I've actually seen jobs listed for Wix professionals. And I have to admit, it surprised me at first, but when you think about it, it makes sense, because for us web professionals, or for you learning the web, this stuff may be easy. Yeah, use a web builder, this and that and the other thing. But for a lot of business owners, this is all alien to them, right? It's very new. So think about a website. So you build a website, you can use the web builder tools, just like you could use Dreamweaver or some other fancy web editor, but you still have to organize your information in a user-friendly way. You have to understand what your options are about what you can put on the website. And then there's the overall web strategy, which is the website, of course, the social strategy, newsletters, e-commerce implementation, perhaps, domain name, implementing a CMS type of functionality, whether you use a dedicated CMS or not. There's all these different questions that have to be asked and answered. And a lot of times, small business owners don't have any of this information. So perhaps you have a brand new entrepreneur who doesn't have much money. Maybe they have a small budget, a few $100. They don't know where to go with the Wix and that. And so they may hire you just as a consultant, just to put together a Wix site, to organize their photos, this and that, blah, 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 boom. There's a lot of opportunity there. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to get everybody, but again, I'm just want to, finishing off this tangent, I just want to say that don't consider these social media, these web builders as competitions. Even social media. When people put up Facebook pages and Facebook groups or YouTube channels, and there are consultants who just do social media strategy for companies. They make a lot of money, and you would figure that, right? How hard is it to post, right? But there are huge businesses out there that just provide those services for companies. So don't look at these tools as competition. They're just tools. That's all they are. Anyhow, to conclude this particular vlog, yes, I think the recent high-profile shutdown of controversial channels on social media. Again, I'm not here to debate whether or not these channels were controversial or not, because I know there's different people and have different perspectives. It's not the point. The point is it just shows social media risk, thus pushing the desire to have their own websites and their own communities off of social media. And that's it. Doesn't mean they're going to shut down social media presence. That would be silly. It just means they have a separation, as I do, for instance. I get pretty decent traffic on the YouTube channel, but I get much more on my Killer Sites websites, killersites.com, Killer PHP, how to build, CSS tutorial. I get much more there. Nonetheless, I still have a social media presence, and it's integrated and so on. And there you go. I got a message coming in, so we'll talk later. Bye-bye.